I couldn't figure out a perfect beginning for this vlog or a perfect ending. So I'm going to go ahead and start the beginning of the vlog here. Jose literally changed the farm. Changed our idea of how we wanted to live our lives and making rash decisions out of, the seat of our pants. And so I'm going to start the vlog here today saying, Jose, although you were just an angry bird, and although you just randomly showed up in our driveway one day, I am proud to be considered the farmer who owned you. Good morning, everybody. So, get off of work, get to the house, check on the chickens. They're all alive. They're all okay. They're tearing up this feed dough that I put in this bucket in the tray. But they're all here, everybody's good. No eggs broken, no eggs cracked. One little problem though. No Jose. Nowhere. Chelsea reminded me, since we do have traffic issues, to check the road, so let's see if maybe he's out there. Well, so far, no Jose. He's not in the ditch, alive or not. He's not on the road, smashed. And he's not on the other side. This is normally the side they like hanging out on, is this side. I've never heard of that. A chicken running away. I mean, we figured since we got all his ladies right here cooped up, that, he would still give us a hard time, but he would stay nearby. My lunch from yesterday is still laying in there. And I don't know what tree he was in. I should go ask Chelsea what tree he roosted in. But they normally roost up. Well, this ain't good. That was one of Jose's feathers. There goes a bunch more feathers. Well, this is honestly not looking good. There's a bunch of, those are Jose's feathers. I don't know if y'all can see them. That's feather, that's a feather, that's a feather. There's another one of Jose's feathers. They're scattered all over the ground. I don't know if well, that kind of makes me wonder what tree he roosted. They're right underneath this little tree and this tree. Well, he could have roosted in either one of these. I'm assuming probably that one, since it's got the most feathers under it. Alright, update. Was able to find another feather up here. The only problem is I can't tell if that's his or if that's one of the comets. I know the other feathers I've been looking at are, nope. This is his. And these are fresh. Now, I knew he was mad at me, but I knew there was no way for a chicken to just pack up and leave. I'm stuck. I'm not finding any blood. I'm just finding fresh Jose feathers. The chicken coop's down there. There goes the house. One of these back there, the trees back there, is where Jose roosted. And haven't found any feathers since that last stop, but I'm here at the road trying to see if maybe something took him and crossed the road, but I don't see any feathers over here. Well, it's, oh, never mind. There goes a fresh Jose feather right here. Well, I don't see any more across the road. Wait. Is that a feather? No, that's a seed of something. And I'm looking across the road. I'm looking in the road. There's no feathers in the road. This is directly in front of the feather from across the street. There's no hole in the fence. Where a coyote or I mean, I guess a possum could take it and climb over, but I don't think a possum would go through that much work to drag away his kill before actually eating it. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm sure maybe one or two has, or some of y'all out there have a story going, yeah, it took it like a mile before he finally ate the butt out. But no, there goes the feather down there. Checked. Look how far we are. I'm still walking the ditch line. I haven't found any evidence since that last feather. So I'm walking the ditch line, see if I can see any blood or pieces of him. I'm also checking over there. I'm kind of like zigzagging. Probably look like a crackhead right now walking down my street. I'm pretty sure his hind end was taken off the roost this morning. Not taken off the roost, but taken as soon as he left the roost. That boy was a beast. And looks like sometimes beast mode comes to an end. Yep, there's the last feather, that black one right there. That's the only thing I could think of. That opening right there, that's where it probably went. Snatched up Jose through here. Ran through here. Jose was probably flapping away until about this point. And just took him. Well, that kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Jose's one of the main reasons why we've extended the farm and everything. You know, we used to just have gardens and chickens. And then one day the neighbor pulled up right here in this driveway and said, "Do you want a rooster?" And we had already been talking about getting a rooster, but we weren't sure if we were ready for a rooster. We didn't know what came with the rooster. We know what came with just the regular hens, but we didn't know if there was more responsibility, was there special needs, blah, blah, blah. Well, we looked at each other. It's kind of one of those, we just grabbed hands and jumped off the cliff and did it. And then since that day, we went from broilers or goats and hogs to broilers, and now we're training dogs to take care of the property. I mean, if it wasn't for Jose showing up that day just randomly, you know, we wouldn't be where we're at today on the farm. I'm sure we would eventually get there, but not where we're at today. Well, this kind of sucks.
He's dead.
Well, I couldn't find the body, but did he roost in one of these small trees right here close to the coop?
He's dead?
There's I wouldn't say a pile of them, but there's a bunch of his feathers down below the tree. And then if you follow the only feather I see closest to the house is right here by the back door. But you just follow feathers, all of Jose's feathers.
All the way down?
All the way down. I followed it down to the cliff, along the cliff, and then it appears to be crossing the road, hopping over. The only thing I can think is coyote took him and hopped the fence. Because I honestly don't think a possum would just take all that time to drag him and climb a fence and have no remnants of blood or anything. That's a good thing we haven't gotten rid of that other rooster.
Yeah, Jose was a good one.
I know, he was a good one.
I don't know what you...
Yeah, Jose was a good rooster. Never had any problems out of him. Well, the people who gave him to us, they had problems from him all the time. He would kill all the other roosters. And when he came to us, he had no spurs. But he would sit there and still try to talk smack. But then his spurs came in. I mean, I have a video of one of my old vlogs before I went checking my limb lines, and he looked like a mangy chicken. And then well, yesterday, you know, he had all his feathers grown, 2-inch spurs, just a big solid man. And of course, when he fills out, it gets taken. And it kind of makes me wonder, what if he had gotten taken? Was he, I don't know. Well, rip Jose. It was good to have you while we had you. I just got one thing to tell you. You are one lucky rooster. What are the odds of yesterday? We're about to put him in the freezer today. And now we actually need him. What? What in the world? Well, looks like it's time to get these boys ready and trained up. You know better. We don't jump. We don't jump. You don't care. You're just having a good day. Heel. 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 Sit. There you go. Good boys. You know, what should we name you? What we should name you? You know what we should name him? We can't name him Jose. That would be kind of disrespectful. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and show you Jose's old spot. This is his crib, man. Yeah, double story. Got a nesting area, and it's full of ladies. Do you accept my invitation into this family? He sees the ladies, he's getting excited. Well, there he is back there. It's now time for him to, oh, he's getting into a fight with one of my hens. Oh. I see the hens do this all the time, so pretty sure. Oh, he's putting her in her place. She's also like really mean. She was one of the chickens that I had a problem with yesterday, thinking she was the boss. And then I brought one of the leftover Freedom Rangers, so I'll give them a couple minutes. I got a way I could break them up and everything, but we'll allow them to find their little pecking order situation there without hurting themselves too bad. Sometimes things like this, you gotta let it just wear off. They're clearly not gonna do too much damage. Where's my stick? Oh, and just like that, she ran off. Are you happy now? You feel better? Nope, she's still going, and he's gonna go back. He's learning, he's learning. She wanted to sit there and cop an attitude, and he said, mm-mm. Really? One of y'all too? Oh, teach him. It's mainly my old flock that is like, who are you? You're not gonna come in this house. And he said, you want to bet? We'll go ahead and keep them in there for a couple weeks. That way the new flock and the rooster, he fully gets his dominance over the hens. And they learn that that's the coop again. Not again, but the new flock learns that that's their new coop. And I need to grab some cinder blocks from the barn, get the chicken tractor up off the ground for the rest of the season. I don't know if we're going to be using it this year for the broilers. Yes, I did move the rest of the broilers there for future broilers, but we're still probably going to have to order a couple chickens this year to help fill up the freezer. But I'm honestly thinking about going with the Cornish cross this year and just raising them in a stall at the barn. That way we can actually focus on building the fences here and we don't have to worry about moving some extra things out of the way.
Chanchi,
So we're pulling out of the driveway and I telling her we need to find him a name. Without hesitation, she goes, Chancho. Chancho? Where'd you get Chancho from?
I don't know, I'm just good at making names.
Good at making names, or just naming things.
That too.
So we're sitting here trying to rack up our brain of what could have taken Jose. And I honestly, I mean, I go straight to Coyote because, I mean, they literally run around the farm almost every night. Not on the physical farm itself, but the neighbors and the cow pastures and everything. I mean, every night they're out. One thing I didn't think about is foxes. I mean, I thought about raccoons, but I've never seen a raccoon anywhere near or on our property. We got possums. We've seen a glimpse of a red fox one time, and then, of course, coyotes. And I completely forgot about the foxes, so that's even better possibility than coyote, because foxes are sly. Chelsea didn't hear the boys this morning at all, which is another thing that kind of adds on to the story of how he was taken. And foxes are quick and quiet. The boys may have never even seen it. All right, guys. Well, the vlog was pretty much all about Jose and trying to figure out what happened. We got an idea where we're gonna go ahead and introduce you, since we now got a name for him. His name is Chancho. So say hi to Chancho. This one right here. That one. Yeah, that one. Look. Yeah. Yeah. He had to put in some work to gain the old flock's respect. But anyways, I'm gonna take you back to this area right here. One thing that I did not notice, evidence that Jose is probably gone. This is actually a chunk of his butt. Also, Chelsea was mentioning how come the boys didn't say anything. The boys, I'm not kidding, do not like trespassers on our property. They hate it. They hate it. Aggressive as hell. Start, you know, saying all these bad words and doggy language and everything. But all jokes aside, he roosted in this tree. Chelsea finally told me he was on that branch right there. We got feathers right here. We got cliff face right here. What we're thinking, more than likely, it was a fox instead of a coyote. The reason why we're thinking fox is because you see this brush pile? There goes the feathers. See the pups? When you take it down to the level of fox and the rooster, you can't see the pups. And so we're thinking that the reason why she didn't hear the pups going off is because they didn't even see anything going on. And Jose was, the only time he really wanted to act up or get excited was when you locked him in the coop or when you like randomly yelled at him. That's why some of my old vlogs I'm yelling at him, because I was trying to get them to crow. But when you chased him around or anything, he really didn't say much. He just ran around, he was quiet, he didn't do anything. So we're thinking he was his regular Jose self, stayed quiet even getting attacked, and that's why the boys couldn't see anything. But yes, we need to get them out, finish off their training, and get them to where they are able to actually go around the farm and make sure everything's okay. Who would have thought that, and I understand guys, I'm not trying to make this all mushy-gushy over a chicken, but honestly, if you look at the big picture of this, it kind of makes you think about the big picture some more. But who would have thought that the one thing that changed your life, you would never know the last time you see him? Is that too mushy for a chicken? Probably. But I don't give a shit.